When did your dad's happiness come at the cost of your own? I was with my friend, and we were picking out my outfit for my boyfriend, and I's 3-month anniversary when my phone buzzed with a text. It was my boyfriend. I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. I need time to work on myself. I rolled my eyes, and my friend laughed. She said, "This is the third time a boyfriend has broken up with you on your 3-month anniversary." I just sighed and took a hit of my vape. Am I really that chopped? My friend didn't respond. We went on my phone and saw that my boyfriend had already blocked me on everything. Spotify, WhatsApp, even Animal Crossing mobile. But none of that was even the weirdest part, because when I FaceTimed my dad to tell him about it, he just smiled like he was relieved. At the time, I just figured he was being an overprotective dad who didn't want me to date. I had no idea how dark the truth really was. A few months later, I started going out with boyfriend number 4. His name was Felix, and he was dreamy AF. I did everything I could so he wouldn't break up with me on our 3-month anniversary. I worked on my attachment style. I even became a gym girl and dropped all of my male friends. But on our 3-month anniversary, I still got the text. "I'm sorry, but I need to work on myself." He transferred schools the next day, and I literally never heard from him again. For boyfriend number 5, I changed everything about myself. I dyed my hair black and got extensions. I switched from an emo vibe to clean girl aesthetic. I even changed my makeup. We were halfway through our 3-month anniversary picnic when he looked down at his phone and his face went white. I need to work on myself. You aren't the one for me," he said, like it was recited. By Monday, his friends were literally crossing the street to avoid me. My parents kept telling me the right one would come along when it was time, but my mom and dad's voice always sounded strange when they said it, almost rehearsed. Looking back, I should have known they were behind it, but I was too busy trying to figure out what was wrong with me to think about that. Then came the moment that changed everything. I was out with boyfriend number 9, a guy named Merrick. We were grabbing coffee when my very first boyfriend Connor walked in, the first one to break up with me on our 3-month anniversary. The second he saw me, his face went completely white. He walked over, and his voice was barely above a whisper. He said, "I'm sorry for breaking up with you. I still think about you. It wasn't my choice. It was because of your dad." Then he stopped mid-sentence. His eyes went wide like he's just made the biggest mistake of his life, and he practically sprinted out of the store. Merrick asked who that was, and I just shrugged, not wanting him to think I was hung up on the past. But after Merrick broke up with me on our 3-month anniversary, I tried to go to therapy, but not even she could tell me what was going on. When I finally met Caleb, I didn't even want to date him, but he was persistent and sweet. He showed up at places I'd be, always knowing my schedule somehow. On our 3-month anniversary, when he looked down at his phone, I was ready for the script. I spoke, "Let me guess. You need to work on yourself." "Hey," he interrupted, not listening to me. "Look at this ad I got on Instagram for a bakery nearby. They have really good tres leches. We should buy it." I breathed a sigh of relief. We got through the entire month with no breakup. Month 4 passed, then 5, then 6. For the first time in years, I let myself breathe. Fast forward a few weeks later, and Caleb came to my dad's birthday dinner. Everything felt warm, normal. My mom pulled out old photo albums to embarrass me with baby pictures. I was laughing until I actually looked at the photos. In every single picture, for every single holiday, there was a little boy standing next to me, and he looked exactly like Caleb. My voice caught in my throat. I pointed at the boy who looked like Caleb and asked who that kid was. My dad smiled and said, "That's the boy we've always wanted you with." My mom chimed in with this proud look on her face. She said, "Finally, the plan worked." I couldn't breathe. What plan? My dad had a smile on his face like he'd been waiting for this moment, like he was proud of himself. "When you were born, me and my brother made an arrangement. You were promised to your cousin Caleb. We've been planning your marriage ever since you were babies. Caleb is your cousin." I didn't even know what to say. "What the hell are you talking about?" Mom interrupted me. "That's why your boyfriends kept breaking up with you at the 3-month mark?" Mom interrupted. "We paid them to go away so we could make sure you'd end up with Caleb." I looked at Caleb, hoping he'd be just as horrified as me, but he just shrugged. "I found out a month ago. It's legal in this state, and ain't no way I'm fumbling a baddie like you just because of some genetics." I walked out without saying a word. Last week, I got invited to Caleb's wedding in Serbia, and his sister is the bride.